Hi everyone, I'm Gina Garcia with Bazan Library Branch, and we're gonna be making some origami turtles today. But before we begin, I do want to give a reminder to everyone that's watching that Teen Summer Reading has started, and to be sure to register by visiting guides.mysample.org. When you're on that site, you'll be able to register yourself for summer reading, and most importantly, check out all of the cool activities that we're going to be providing and hosting for teens. So just make sure to select the teens options. And once you've registered, please make sure to also call your local library branch to pick up a take and make craft. This week's take and make craft is origami, and those of you that have picked up, this is exactly what your craft is gonna look like. A few origami sheets for you to make some origami crafts. And for next week, we're going to have rainbow scratch art. So don't forget to pick up your take and make craft. So thank you everyone who is joining, and we're gonna make these little guys, origami turtles. So I'm gonna do instructions on how to make your own turtle. So feel free to follow. If you have your origami sheets with you today, give me one moment because I'm going to set up my camera so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Now I'm gonna be working on teaching you how to make your own origami turtle. So I'm going to periodically look at the screen to see if there are any comments or questions. Feel free to go ahead and type those in as we're working on this, or follow along. So let's go ahead and get started. So just like I showed you guys, the little turtle that I have here, if you want your shell to be colorful, you got to make sure that the origami paper that you have is facing towards you, it's facing up. If you want your shell to be solid rather than colorful, make sure that you have your origami paper facing up with the solid color. But for right now, we're gonna go with a colorful shell and then just a solid on the limbs and the head. So let's go ahead and get started. What we're gonna be doing is we want to make creases right here diagonally. So I'm gonna go ahead and start folding the paper down and make sure that your edges are straight. When you're working with origami, it's really important that everything is as straight as possible. Make your crease, open up your paper, and then do the same thing but with the opposite corner. So we're gonna end up folding down. Once we've done this step, we're gonna make more folds. We're gonna make a vertical fold and a horizontal fold. So we're gonna be folding the sheet halfway. So for the vertical one, just go ahead and start folding and crease. Same thing with the horizontal line. Hi everyone. So I see some hellos, some waving hands. Welcome everyone. Okay. And now we made the fold going down. So when you open up your origami paper, you're gonna see your creases. Now, if you're working with the print face up, it's gonna be a little bit difficult to see the creases, but they are there. And I know it's probably not looking fantastic on the screen, but when you're working with your origami, you can see it. And if you turn it around, you see the creases on the other side. But let's go ahead and face the other way. So for the next step, this is not going to be difficult at all. We're going to fold in 3 corners towards the center, only 3. So let's go ahead and do that. And thank you again for everyone that's joining. I see a lot of hellos. And please remember to register for summer reading. We already started. And make sure to visit the SAPL website. Most importantly, guides.mysapl.org, so you can go ahead and register for summer. So once your corners are in towards the center, leave 1 corner out. So your origami is going to end up looking like an envelope. Turn it around, and that last corner we're going to fold towards the center. Perfect. Now that we've made this step, what I want you to do is make sure that that printed side is on the bottom, and we're gonna make diagonal creases again. So you're gonna grab this corner, fold it down, unfold, do the same thing with the opposite end. We're gonna get this top corner and then fold down. Actually, let me move these down so you guys can see this information while I'm working on the origami. Okay, perfect. So let's unfold. The reason why we made those creases is because we're going to grab the middle part of this, and we're gonna scrunch it in and make a triangle out of that. Perfect. Now that this is done, I want you to grab your origami, and the flap that has a single sheet, that's the flap that we're going to be using. The opposite end doesn't have a single sheet. In fact, it has the printed side, and it's grouped, and we're not going to be using this for now. So we're going to go back to the single flap side, and we're going to grab that corner and move it up here. Crease, and then we're going to move this part right here and bring it up, but we're only going to bring it up to this line right here. So that crease that you made originally from this small triangle is going to move up and align itself with the line up here. And this is where we're at right now. So the challenging part for this origami piece is going to start. And this is going to be creating the head for your turtle. So again, this is the end product, and we're gonna get there together. Because I know origami can be a bit difficult, but this is not gonna be as challenging as you think it is. So again, this is going to be just a brief challenging moment, but it won't be as difficult. So right here, what we want to do is we want to bring this side up, and we want to crease, not all the way, so don't go all the way down. We just want to go maybe halfway in. And then hopefully I'm doing a really good job at showing you the crease in here. We're gonna crease this guy on the outside right there, halfway in, and then we're gonna bring it up. And by bringing it up, this is gonna happen to where you have this flap in here that's gonna go in, and we don't want it to go in. This is okay, but we want the flap to come outside. go. So you see a bit of the solid side on the front, and we're gonna do the same thing with the other side, where we're going to grab this end and then we're gonna bring it up so we can crease it. And again, you don't want to crease it all the way, so go halfway in, and you want to bring it up as well. The opposite side that you had originally already worked on is going to come apart, but that's okay, because once we have this side going, then everything's going to fall into place. So do this little action again where you're folding in, but remember, we want that fold out so we see that solid color. So far, good. Mine looks just like it. Awesome. I'm really happy to see that there are several people who have joined and are following along. And let me see. Okay, perfect. So we made the head. Now, it's not gonna be straight, but that's okay. Essentially, we already have that head already complete. We've done it. We can move away from this step, and now we're gonna start working on the limbs. So for the limbs, you wanna go ahead and open this flap right here and bring up this part. So now it looks like this. You're going to pinch it. You're going to pinch the top and bring it in so we can create our limbs. And it is important that you pinch it, because if you don't and you just bring it back down, then you're just going to put that sheet back to where it started. So again, we're going to repeat that step on the opposite end, where we bring it up, we pinch that top part, and we'll bring it down. So I see that somebody said I didn't get it. So the first time I tried doing this, the head part, it is challenging. So a really good, sorry, I can't talk and and work on the craft. So a really good tip on this is that when you're working on this part right here, you want to create a straight line. And remember, like this right here, as long as you do that, that's okay, because you want to do it on the opposite end. We just want it to bring out that flap, because what we're doing is we're creating that shape for that head. So this right here, it's a bit challenging, but again, if you just think of just doing this part right here first, do that same thing with the opposite end, then come back to do the inverse. Hopefully that'll be easier for you. So let me go back over here. I'm gonna grab it, pinch it, and then bring it down. As you can see, I'm also having trouble with it. Hold on. Alrighty then, here we go. So if this happens to you, that's okay, bring it back out. And here we go. Now we got the two limbs right here. We're gonna work on the top limbs, the hands. And we're gonna grab this part right here. So you can put your finger in between these two flaps. You're gonna bring it up towards the center. You already have a crease down here in the middle, so just bring it up, meet it at the center. And once you've done that, Then you want to bring down that flap to make that limb. These two limbs, they're going to be two different colors. So one of them is going to be solid, and then the other one is going to be the printed side. This is correct. We're going to do the same thing with the opposite end, where we grab that flap. Again, just make sure you put your finger through, so you're grabbing only one flap, and you put it towards the middle, and then you bring it down. Once you've done this, flip it, and this is what you have right now. The next step is creating the shell. So with creating the shell, you want to grab this peak that's out and fold it in. How are you going to fold this in? So bring it out, and in here you're going to see an area where you can just fold into. And essentially what you want to do is create a diamond. So hi everyone, I'm seeing that several people have joined. Thank you for joining, and we are making an origami turtle right now. So again, you're going to do the same thing on the opposite end. And here we go. So we've got this shell right here, but we still need it to look a little bit more like this guy. So how are we going to move from here to there? This right here, we're going to do another fold in. Here we go. And you're going to fold that in as well. Okay, perfect. So now we've got our turtle. And what I want you to do now is do this little action. Fold it in half. And you see how it's not perfect, but it still looks like a turtle because it is a turtle. So you just fold it in half, and the reason why we're doing this is so we can have the turtle and the shell intact. And the last thing that we have is this part right here. So when you have it folded in like this, you can just fold in this edge and it'll flatten it. So now you can go ahead and add some ice. Yay! And this is your turtle. It's not bad. So hopefully it wasn't as challenging for you guys. The first time I did this, it was a bit challenging just because of the head part. But if you look at it, it's pretty simple. I did try it like multiple times. And once I got it, I thought, oh my God, this is super cool. So this is a sea of turtles. I hope you guys really like this. I'm gonna go ahead and look at some of the comments here. Yeah, lost the head. Touch and go for a bit, but it looks like a turtle. No wonder it's simple for you. I'm really sorry if it ended up being a bit challenging. I was hoping it wasn't. I wanted to do something with you guys that was cute, simple, and you know, required some time to make. I'm glad to see that those of you who tried, there was some hiccups. And I'm saying that's good because I'm not the only one. Trust me, once I had it down, I mean, look at this. This is great. So I'm gonna take the camera off from my stand just to say goodbye. Give me a moment. All right, perfect. Thank you so much for watching. Again, a reminder, summer reading has started, and all you teens that are watching, just make sure to visit mysample.org and type in, if you can't find it directly on the website, type in on the URL guides.mysample.org so you can sign up for summer reading. And don't forget to click on the teens section so you can see what awesome activities there are for teens. And please remember to stay tuned for next Thursday because we're going to be doing the rainbow scratch art. All right, and I'm just looking at the comments here. Awesome. Trying to see if there's any questions that I possibly may have missed. Okay. Nope. Thank you again, guys. And again, I'm Gina Garcia, Teen Librarian with Bazan Library Branch. You guys have a great day.